any extra spending. Paul Colgan, 3 News.
Lethal improvised weapons, mobile phones and drugs in our prisons continue to present a major security challenge for prison staff. Last year, almost 650 phones, more than 700 drugs parcels and more than 400 weapons were seized.
Prisons are a microcosm of society, so as drug-fuelled gangland feuds escalate on the outside, staff are trying to manage the same issues on the inside. The Midlands prison, located in Portlaoise, is no different. It's the biggest jail in the country, with a capacity of 870.
The Midlands prison houses inmates who have committed traffic offences, gangland hits and other high-profile murders, as well as having the largest population of sex offenders in the country. So that mix of criminals in itself presents a major challenge in terms of security.
Contraband is a growing problem, and people will take extreme risks by smuggling in mobile phones and drugs, very valuable commodities within the prison system. This footage shows contraband being passed to inmates during visits. Here the man in the rear of the shot with the dark grey jumper on the right passes contraband to the prisoner. In this footage you can see the man in the white t-shirt handing over contraband, but seconds later prison officers intervene. And in this instance a woman hands over a parcel to the man she's visiting.
As you can see, in comparison to my finger there, it's actually small my finger, so it's easy to conceal. Prisoners will conceal these on their person internally, and the same visitors will actually have them internally when coming on visits to try and pass them to prisoners. Anything from high profile prisoners involved in gangland activity, they'd be used to organised crime on the outside. The big problem sometimes is it's as easy as they come in and throw them over walls, into yards and stuff. Another big problem we've encountered is female visitors in particular bringing them in. They'll hide them internally and then try and pass them over on a visit, and then a prisoner will hide them internally also.
These makeshift weapons, or shivs as they're called, have been confiscated by prison staff in recent weeks. Most inmates make them and carry them for protection, but they are all potentially lethal.
And here we have a fairly common one within the prison. It's a toothbrush. As you can see, the head of the toothbrush has just been removed, and a blade from a razor has been melted into the toothbrush. This will be quite commonly used in slashings within the prison. The idea is the more blades, the more damage they can inflict on the prisoner. If there's two slices, it can't be stitched. 3, even worse. So that's their intent on causing maximum damage with them.
Keeping our prisons secure and safe is the main priority for staff, but if what goes on in our jails is a direct reflection of what's happening on the outside, then prison officers certainly have their work cut out for them. Sarah O'Connor, 3 News.
And tomorrow in our Inside Irish Prison series, we talk to inmates on their experiences behind bars. Now, coming up next on 3 News at 5:30, we're at the Aviva.